is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with my collage masterboard scrapbooks that we made actually last year. So I can't believe it's been that long since we made them. And I've obviously been hoarding them and, you know, what have you. And I think I've actually made a third one now. So yeah, I've got 3 of them. So, you know, I really don't need to be hoarding these anymore. But what I wanted to do is come along and have a play with cutting them down. Well, not all of them, of course, I'm not that brave, but cutting one of them down, let's just say, from the reverse. Now, I've talked about this before because I've heard lots of people do this, and yeah, I mean, it sounds just really fun, but of course, I've never been brave enough to actually do it myself. So I thought, let's come along and have a play and do one cutting it from the reverse. So I've cut out this one from the masterboard scrap, or, you know, torn this one out from the masterboard scrapbook. And obviously this was using an old children's book. So on the back, it's, you know, all got the, you know, rubbish on the back. And yeah, I'm just going to literally go in and cut it down from the reverse. Like I say, I've heard loads of people talk about doing this. It sounds so fun. I've just never been brave enough to do it. So I really hope I don't muck this up now. I feel kind of nervous. So I don't know. It's really weird. It's kind of thrown me off seeing the reverse of it. Obviously, when I'm looking at the other side, I'm kind of dictated, you know, by the shapes and the patterns and things as to how I want to cut it. Now I've turned this over, I'm completely stumped as to, you know, quite what I actually want to do with this. So I'm wondering whether to make maybe a bunch of tags or, oh, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, perhaps we'll make some tags from this. Oh gosh, wish me luck. So I'm just going to go in and just cut this down along here in the first instance. Okay, let's just cut some tags. Oh, I feel really nervous. Really nervous. Let's do this way. Okay, and then let's do these, or this, just in half. And obviously this, I'm aware that I hadn't gone right to the edge of the page, so it's going to need to come down. Okay, so that's my first one. Okay, so I've just trimmed that one down. Obviously, if I'm using these as tags, you know, I would back these onto, you know, a neutral background. So I will do that in a moment. So, yeah. Oh, this has been awesome, actually. I'm loving the pieces that I've cut so far. I haven't turned these ones over yet, but oh my goodness, I'm really loving them. I'm actually quite shocked at how much I like them. Yeah, I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. I was, yeah, not having high hopes there. I thought they might have turned out completely, you know, a disaster. But yeah, I actually really like all of them. So let's get a coffee dyed background. I'm just having a look. I thought I had printed one out recently that was laying around here on my desk, and of course now I can't find it. That's just always the way, isn't it? You know, we keep all these things and then as soon as we want them, lo and behold, they disappear and we can't then find them. Ah, here we go. Right, hold on. No, that's still not actually. Oh, I don't believe this. Right, okay, let me turn the camera off while I quickly grab some neutral paper. Right, I still couldn't find any. So I've bought in some of my, these are some greetings cards, which actually I buy these, tend to buy these for the envelopes really, rather than the cards. But I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I could definitely get, you know, even if I just do 2 on these, and then I can use the rest to punch out circles. I could make some slim tags and things like that. So I will do one with you guys, and then I'll obviously turn the camera off and back the rest so that you're not just, you know, bored watching me do these. So all I'm doing is obviously just gluing it down onto the card. Okay. I mean, I like very stiff tags. Obviously, you know, if you don't like them as thick as this, then, you know, you could probably just back them onto, I don't know, even copy paper and then distress it or something. I mean, personally, I like a very thick and robust piece. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're all different, aren't we? So, you know, go with kind of the style that suits you best. So I'm going to do the rest and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back, and actually what I've done is I decided to leave these two because I'd like to try something a bit different with these two. So I'm going to just put those to one side. So all I'm going to do is quickly cut my tags down. And I always say this, but I like to kind of try and cut in a little bit because that hopefully just gets a kind of better finish for the glue, if you see what I mean. If I just show you, you can just see I've got a very, very tiny piece of that paper left running along there, which just hopefully means that I've got a better glued edge along there. And then I'm just going to cut my corners, whoops, cut my corners down like that. Okay, not made a very good job of that corner, I must say. That just looks really miles out, but never mind. Okay, let's just go to the next one. And I suddenly realised that you possibly can't really see on camera. The reason I didn't go across the middle is because it's got the fold line, because obviously these were, you know, cards from a card making pack. So, you know, just in case you wondered why I couldn't use the whole thing, I didn't want to obviously have a, you know, a crease down the middle of my tag. So yeah, that's the only reason. Okay, right, let's just go for this one because I didn't really make a good job of using the template method anyway. So okay, that's that one. Oops. Yeah, and I'll keep this, like I say, because I can just punch out circles and things like that for the, you know, using for policy closures and all that type of thing. Okay, let's just cut this one down. Yeah, it's really fun. You know, or I'm really pleased anyway with my results from this one. Now, I'm not saying that I would be brave enough to do this every single time with those collage masterboards. And to be fair, I know this sounds ridiculous, but it would depend how much I liked the masterboard that I was using. This one was not my favourite, if you see what I mean. It was probably my least favourite in the whole book. So for me, it felt like, well, you know, I don't like that one that much, so I don't really mind, you know, if I muck it up kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think I would probably do this backwards, you know, from reverse method if I were doing it on my favourite collage. I don't think I'd be brave enough then. So for these two, what I thought that we could do is actually cut the tag shape now. So I'll just go in like that. And I will do the template method and try and get it, you know, as spot on as I can, like that. Okay. And then what I'd like to do, and actually I'll use this side so I've got that really nice kind of buff colour. Just going to move this slightly because I'm not sure it's quite in frame. Right. What I thought we could do is actually glue this one down with the edge of the buff coloured card, if that makes sense. So I might even rough this up a little bit like that, so as we've got a bit more texture going on. Oops. Oh, texture or torn, one or the other, or both. Again, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you tear it, to be honest, because, you know, once it's glued down, it will all be fine. But I'm just going to ink this up around that edge so it's like going to show up really nicely like that. Okay, and then I'm going to glue it down on here, and then when we cut the tag out, I'm going to cut it out with like the border type frame. So it's going to make the tag seem slightly bigger because, you know, obviously that masterboard, you know, I've got 6 tags from that, which was quite a lot of tags. So they're not the biggest tags in the world. I mean, yeah, they're okay. But, you know, they're not the biggest tags. So this is going to make us, or enable us to make slightly bigger tags. And it's just going to be a slightly, you know, different look for the tags, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, I thought this would be a fun, different thing to do. So, oops, just trying to mop up my glue. as I'm pressing it down. So, because we don't really want the glue all seeping out all over there. Oh, isn't this typical? It seems to have more glue seeping out from this one than any of the others. And that's just typical, isn't it? Because obviously we don't really want the glue seeping out of this one. Not saying we really wanted it seeping out from any of them, but yeah, especially not this. Right, I've just got a little bit of paper there come up, so I'm just going to glue that one down. Like that. Okay. Yep, looking good. So I'm just going to now go in and cut this one down, leaving that small border. So it's just kind of a couple of millimeters all around the outside of that tag. Like that. Again, I mean, it doesn't have to be too perfect. I mean, actually, got a much bigger border one side than the other. So let me just see if I can move it across slightly. Oh dear. Okay, so it's not too bad. I will just dab that glue off now because, of course, where I've moved it, we've now got glue. So just wipe down that edge. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, I love how that one looks, to be honest. I mean, it just kind of adds a little extra something, doesn't it, to the, you know, the plain tags. So yeah, I actually wish that I had done that with all of them now, because I really, you know, really like how it looks. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So for this one, yeah, just going to actually do this way up. So again, just going to try and be slightly more accurate with my cutting, like that. Okay, and again, I really like that roughed edge. You know, I think it definitely adds a bit of extra something. So again, just kind of rough that up all around, like that. And then again, just go in and ink all of this up. I mean, I'll probably ink it up anyway once it's glued on. But, you know, just so that this has definitely got sort of definition where it's glued down, if you see what I mean. So again, I'm going to just glue this now, leaving that border. So let me just move my camera. I'm so sorry. I keep moving the camera and I don't know whether it's actually dropping or, you know, slipping. But I feel like the next time that I look in it, the camera seems like it's moved, or I have moved my stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I keep moving stuff or whether it's the camera keeps slipping. But anyway, I do apologise, and I will just try and keep my eye on it and you know, move it every so often. So again, just going to glue that down like that. So I mean, the most annoying thing with doing this is probably just mopping up the glue that's seeping out around the edge, but again, you know, not the end of the world. So yep, like that. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay, right. Quickly get this edge. Like that. And I will just glue this one down here. Okay, so just cut this one out. Like that. And I mean, like I say, the edges don't have to be, you know, perfectly sort of symmetrical. You know, if one edge is slightly wider, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. No one's actually going to be inspecting it once it's actually decorated up and things. It's not really going to kind of look that apparent what's where anyway. So yep, so that's my tag bases. I have to say, I really love them. So yeah, these definitely are my favorite. I kind of am wishing that I had done that with all of them, because it just adds an extra something, doesn't it? So I'm thinking, let's just decorate a couple of these up. Now, I don't know whether we'll get time to do them all, so let's just kind of do a couple at a time. So let's just do a couple of the plain ones, and then we'll do those couple of ones with the border, I think. So again, I really like my tags roughed up, so I'm just going to kind of rough the edges Yeah, let's just try and take, you know, a couple of ones that have different colours in rather than the same sort of backgrounds. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm going to quickly ink around these. And obviously these ones I backed onto the, you know, the ugly side of the buff, if you like. So these have got that rich buff colour on the back. These ones, obviously, I wanted the rich buff colour on the front. So the back is that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I called it ugly buff colour. I don't really know what you would refer to this as, but, you know, the reverse side, the sort of rougher looking side. I mean, it's fine. But yeah, definitely there's a kind of rough side and a not such rough side. So again, just ink around there. Like that, and then just take this one, ink all around here. Who knows, this might be going to be my new thing, you know, cutting from the reverse of the masterboards. I mean, I doubt it, to be honest, because like I say, I don't think I would be brave enough to do it on, you know, a masterboard that I really, really, really loved. Yeah, I don't think I would be brave enough then, but hey, who knows? You know, I didn't think I'd ever be brave enough to do one at all. So who knows? Maybe I will risk it on one of my favourites in the end. Okay, right. There we go. Okie dokie. Right, let's move that out of the way. Okay, let's see what I've got laying around on the desk first of all that we might be able to utilise. So, I mean, that flower's not really ideal. It's not really the right colour, is it? It was just that it was laying there and I thought, oh, wouldn't that be handy if that was, you know, if that would just work. So let's just see what I've got here in this bunch of stuff. So got, oh, that's quite nice on there actually. Just that man, or actually maybe he's better on here. Yep, he's quite nice on there. Got some roses. I wonder if I just cut this down. Oops. Again, like I always say, I mean, no one really knows what shape this rose was in the first place, so you can be quite, you know, quite creative with your cutting. You know, so long as it still resembles a flower in the end, I think it's okay. I mean, not that I'm like the authority on it, obviously, but, you know. That's my take on it, is so long as it still vaguely resembles a flower, then it's all good. All good in my book. So, yeah, that one looks quite nice. Let's just pull in a bit of doily or something there as well. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, I love how that looks. So let's just pop this down. Okay, like that, and we just pop the doily down at the back. Oh, oops, struggling now to get that placed kind of more how it was in the first place. That's what happens, isn't it? Sometimes you lift things up and then can never actually get them back down as they were, can you? Well, I find that's often what happens anyway. And then you wish you hadn't lifted them. And lots of people have this brilliant suggestion of taking a photo, and you're so right, you know, that's such a good idea. I mean, obviously it's not quite so practical when you're doing a video to actually take a photo, but yeah, I really that's a really brilliant tip, so thank you. Right, let's just pop this down, and I'm just using the hot glue so that we have a bit of lift on that flower, so it's not, you know, not flat on there. I'm thinking a black word would be awesome on here, so let me just have a quick look and see if I've got any of my black words anywhere. And of course, you know, we always have everything but the thing that we need, don't we? I mean, you know, as they used to say, everything but the kitchen sink. That's what I normally find, everything but the kitchen sink, to be honest. So I'm sure that's going to be the case now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any black words anywhere. Would you believe? Oh, honestly, so annoying, isn't it? So annoying. I really need to have a sort out of my, oh, here we go, of my lovely, you know, storage container, to be honest, because it's getting quite messy. Well, everything on my desk is getting quite messy, but yeah, I need to have a bit of a purge or something. Well, I mean, I'm not going to have a purge, but I need to just get on top of it because, you know, and I know I've said this loads of times recently, but I'm in the middle of filming a What's on My Desk series, and then what's happened is I've then embarked on several different projects at the same time. So what started out on my desk has now multiplied like hugely. So of course I can't really now continue with the series because, you know, not only has my desk, you know, not improved, it's actually got like 100 times worse. So it would be, you know, the irony really of working with what's on my desk, and then suddenly my desk is like the worst it's ever looked. So yeah, I've kind of come to a bit of a grinding halt with that series at the moment, which is such a shame because I was really enjoying it. But yeah, I now need to like work on everything, finishing off every project that I've got currently halfway done, get all of those pieces off of my desk before I can continue with that series, if you see what I mean. So, I mean, how ridiculous is that? To actually continue with the working with what's on my desk, I've got to clear what's on my desk. And honestly, that must be just the most silly statement I've ever said, to be honest. Actually ridiculous. And that's, yeah, that's just kind of where it's at the moment. So, oh, who knew that things could get so crazy. Right, I'm going to put that just tucked behind that doily piece, so like that, just poking out slightly. Looks lovely. So I really, really love that that tag. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So yeah, that's one. I mean, again, I don't even know whether I'm going to put you know, any kind of tab on that. Sometimes I quite like tags just tabless. You know, I don't think they always necessarily even need a tab. Yeah, I don't think they even always need a tab, to be honest. You know, sometimes they look lovely just as they are. Right, I'm weirdly thinking this. I know it's kind of out there, but there's something about that that's just calling me to use it. I'm just having a look to see if I've got any numbers in that similar sort of shade of the bluey green that would then, you know, kind of tie it together in some vague way rather than just being like really crazy out there. Oh, they're not really quite the same shade, which I'm just being, you know, really pedantic here, but yeah, they're not quite right, are they? Not quite the right shade. About that one. No, neither's that. That's not the right shape either, so yeah, I don't think that's the way to go. Let's see what else I've got. Got this one. I mean, I'm just thinking now, let's just go really colourful on here. I mean, again, just because, you know, I happened to just spot this and I thought, ooh, oh gosh, that's terrible. Terrible. I'm just pulling in really strange things now, seeing whether they'll work. Okay. I mean, that's really pretty, isn't it? I wonder if I've got, in my colourful butterflies, I wonder if I've got any butterflies that would be, oh, or my bows, actually. Let's have a look and see if I've got any either butterflies or bows that would be similar kind of shade of green. Yep, I might be able to get away with one of these. Let's just cut those down. And let's just have a look at the bows. Oh, I might just be in luck, you know. Yep, I might just be in luck with this one, I think, or this one. Maybe this one. Okay, let's just cut this out here. Okay, so these are from my bows. I've got the bows in the kind of neutral muted shades, and then I've got them in the brights. These are from the brights, so yeah. Let's have a look. Oops. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, not making a very good job of cutting this. So, yeah. Okay. And then just take this butterfly. Okay, just quickly cut that down. Oops, nearly done. Isn't it weird when, like, you put things down and you think that they're the same colour? I mean, that bow's now not really the same colour as that at all, but it looked it when I was just looking at it, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, let's hope that this butterfly is a good match. Oh, yeah, that butterfly is definitely a nice match. Yeah, love, love, love. Oh, that's so pretty like that. What do you think? What do we think? Right. Yeah, loving that. Now, wondering, just going to cut this one out. I'm not saying that this is going to be ideal, but just, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. I'm just giving it a try. You know, sometimes you can't tell until you do it or try it. So, yeah, it's always worth a go, isn't it? Just to see whether you think it's going to work. You know, because sometimes actually it's the most unexpected things that actually work the best, I find. So it's always worth a try, even if, you know, your head's kind of saying, what are you thinking? Why would you even try that? Sometimes they're the things that actually are like, oh, look how well it goes, you know. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily the case here, but, you know, I don't dislike it, to be honest. Right, let's just have a look. So I'm just going to ink up that bow a little bit. Now, I'm also thinking that's a bit large. I'm just wondering whether I could use this and cut it off here, and that way I've incorporated all the greens, if you see what I mean. So I think that's quite nice, to be honest. So I'm going to take this and glue this down. And this is one of those faux postage stamps that we made together in a video quite a long time ago now. But yeah, I really like how they look. So, and just on this green, it just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that down straight across here, like that. So it's going to, you know, butt up against the edge here, like that. Okay, let me just ink slightly. I don't want to kind of grunge it up too much, but just a bit to disguise any shoddy cutting. Okay, right, let's glue this down. I mean, we could even make this a pocket. I'm not going to, because sometimes, and I know I've said this before, sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I've added so many pockets on things that, you know, when you go through your journal and think, I'm just going to fill the pockets, I'm then making pockets within pockets, you know, so the bits I'm using as pockets also have a pocket. then it becomes just never ending, the bits that you've got to go on and on and on and on filling. So it gets kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm going to resist the urge to glue that as a pocket. We will just have it like this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Love that. I mean, that's my type of green, to be honest. So yeah, really, really love how that looks. Let me just dab out that glue from there. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink this one up here. Okay. Yeah, I quite like that sort of, you know, the way we've got the different greens going on. It's just sort of breaking it up a little bit, isn't it? So we'll just pop this one down here like that, and then this one we will have over here like that, and then this great big bow. Well, it's not a great big bow. I mean, this actually, the bows download, you get big ones, medium ones and small ones, and this is actually one of the small ones. So yeah, you actually get some huge bows, which I thought would be like really fun. And yeah, I'm hoping to come on and have a bit of a play with those at some point. Oh my goodness, I love that tag so much. That's just so my kinds of colours. I mean, I say that all the time, I know, but it's just because I love so many different colours, to be honest. But green is my favourite colour. So, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just think we don't really kind of get to use green that much because it's sometimes a bit of a tricky one to use. But yeah, absolutely love how that looks. I'm just inked that bow just slightly as well. So when you turn the tag over, it's, you know, got a bit of a different sort of look on the back. So yeah, that's those two. Right, let's do these ones. So I'm just going to quickly go and get a cup of tea, and then I'm going to come back. We'll do these. So hold on, I'm back. I didn't actually end up getting a cup of tea because I suddenly remembered that we've got the chap coming to fix our fridge. Well, fingers crossed, hopefully fixing our fridge. And so I thought, well, actually, I've only got 20 minutes till he gets here. So if I waste 10 minutes getting a cup of tea now, you know, I'll only have 10 minutes to kind of finish up. So I thought, well, actually, I will switch the camera straight back on. So just quickly dug out a couple of things that I've, you know, layered up here that I thought maybe would work on here. So just grabbing another butterfly. This one's not from my, you know, bright butterflies. This is from my Butterfly Musings kit, and it's from the ephemera part of the kit. So yeah. Oh, maybe on here actually it's quite nice. So I'm thinking just, you know, because I want to do kind of different looks and have kind of different things going on. So I thought something like this on this one, keeping it just quite pretty and yeah, quite kind of, what's the word? I mean, it's not really nature based, but you know, more plain rather than a definitive kind of thing going on. Just got this orange bow, which I just thought, oh, this would go perhaps quite well with that flower. So I'm just going to try this at the top, because this might just look quite nice. It might not. I mean, these faux bows, they're brilliant because they save you obviously having to tie a bow at the top of the tags. I'm not saying I would always use them, but you know, they do provide an alternative you know, tab for a tag, if you see what I mean. So yeah, always looking for nice alternatives for tabs for tags. Oh my gosh, I love how that looks with those orange. It just kind of picks up the orange from either end, doesn't it? Okay, right, let's pop this down. Okay, so I will just ink this up. This is just one of my dictionary definitions. It's from the Friends and Family freebies, which are over on my website, the shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk. So if you haven't got those, then head on over and grab yourself a set. So, yep. Okay, and then just going to ink this flower up again, mainly to just disguise any shoddy cutting by me, which of course there's bound to be. Okay, right. Again, just going to kind of put this on slightly, you know, raised, so I'm not going to kind of press it down too far. Just want it to, you know, have a slightly lifted kind of appearance, like that. Okay, and let's just go for this one. I don't know whether this is quite the right butterfly for this. It's got to be said, but it was on my desk, and I thought, wow, if things are on your desk, you know, it's just handy to go with them, isn't it? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Right, let's pop this down again, trying to have it slightly raised, so plenty of the hot glue on the back, and again, you know, really not pressing it down too much, so it's just got a slightly lifted look to it. Okay, right, do we want that butterfly on there or not? Do we think that a different one would look better? Thinking maybe a different one would look better. What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Okay, let me just put in the butterflies again. And I've got that one actually, which is quite orangey looking. And the bright butterflies, again, you get three sheets. You get this one, which is kind of a brights but muted, if you see what I mean. Then you get a brilliant brights, not muted at all, just brilliantly bright. And then you get a neutrals kind of page. They're all the same size. You know, they're all quite nice and kind of on the chunky side. Yeah, hopefully kind of, you know, lots of fun to play with and work with. But yeah, I mean, these are, you know, altered colours. They're not like natural, you know, they're not at one with nature. Let's just say they have been colour enhanced and colour altered. So yeah, if you're looking for, you know, au naturel on your butterflies, these are not the ones to go for. I mean, personally, I just really like the use of colour. So for me, that just won out. Over the kind of let's keep it real. It's not real at all. Oh goodness, I've mucked this up, cutting this out. Too much talking, not enough glasses wearing. Oh my goodness, let me pull my glasses on because I can't actually even see this, to be honest, to see what I've actually done here. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, what is going on with me today? Oh, I've made such a mess of cutting this one. So yeah, this one's now, it's not at one with nature. Colour wise, shape wise, anything else wise, yeah. It's probably feeling quite mutilated and a little bit sorry for itself. Oh my goodness. Oh, let this be a lesson to me. I must put on my glasses when I'm cutting things out. Oh my goodness, that just looks horrible. Horrible. I've made such a terrible job of cutting this now. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not really improving the situation at all. Oh, I have got a bit there, look. My goodness. Honestly, why do I think that I'm going to be crafting without my glasses on? You really would think I'd learn my lesson, wouldn't you? But no, I'm still kind of still thinking it's going to be doable. Okay, right. Let's just pop that down there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, love how that looks. Okay, so that one looks pretty. Love that bow. I can't tell you how much I love those bows on there. They just look gorgeous. Right, and then the final one. So the final one, I had these flowers laying around on my desk, so I thought, well, let's see if we can, you know, use these, get them off of the desk here. So yeah, I've got the boot. So again, these are from My Shoes printable, which again, you've got kind of different size shoes. And this one obviously is a massive one, or boot, this one. But yeah, you've got a variety of shoes and boots. But yeah, that looks quite pretty on there, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. I have to move back up. Right, now just wondering, this might be an overdose of blue. So yeah, maybe won't go with this, but because it's got all that other colours in the background and other shades in the background, I feel like the, you know, lots of blue is actually going to be okay, but I might be completely wrong. Let's just cut this one. Okay, and right, let's try and do a better job of this one. Let's try not to damage him beyond repair. Right, let's just ink around. Maybe even on the flower, like that. Might be too many big bits on here, to be honest. That butterfly might be just a little bit too big. So I'm thinking maybe switch that out for maybe a blue bow. That's this one. Do you know what? I'm going to take the shoe to the print, to, you know, on this one, because I misjudged it so poorly on that last one. So yeah, maybe kind of taking the piece to the bows will help. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm not sure this is quite right either, to be honest. Okay. I mean, obviously I'm needing a cup of tea now, so let's blame that really poor cutting of that butterfly on the, oh, I'm needing a cup of tea. Okay. Right. Yeah, I hope the man can fix our fridge freezer, to be honest, because I don't really want to be having to buy a new fridge freezer. I know I've talked about this recently, but you know, things just always seem to just come in batches, don't they? And I've just had to buy a new washing machine. So I'd really rather not have to buy a fridge freezer now, to be honest. Sorry, my camera, again, I really don't know whether that's moved or whether it's me. I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps not have the boot and have the, no, get rid of that. I mean, that was just laying around on the desk and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be good to use that and get that off the desk? It would be one less thing floating around. I mean, you know, as if that's going to be like a, you know, a big difference. It's really not going to be, is it? I need to do a lot better than that to clear the desk. Yeah, a lot better. Right, let me have a look and see if I've got any blue numbers that I could just put on here, because maybe the blue number might just pull everything together. Oh, and as usual, just got everything but blue. Oh, come on. Got a blue stamp. Oh gosh, that's really blue, isn't it? Yeah, that's really blue. I've got a pale blue. That's probably too pale. Let me try and ink this up and just see, because it's quite bright otherwise, isn't it? Maybe those flowers are not really great there, to be honest. Perhaps it's the flowers that were wrong. Yeah, I think it was the flowers. So I'm going to put that there, I think. Now let's just try a little bit, sorry for jogging the camera, a little bit of doily here. Let's just see. Oh yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Right, so let's get this glued down. Oh, thank goodness that man hasn't turned up whilst I'm videoing. You know, because then it just throws you off sometimes, you know, if you've actually got to stop what you're doing. So it's much better if you can just get it done. I mean, sometimes I do stop, you know, and then have to come back to things. But, you know, so often you come back with a different, well, I guess a different perspective. But, you know, sometimes you can kind of then be heading in a different direction on a different day or even a different time. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to come back this afternoon when he's gone. Because I've got some other videos that I want to do, but you know, if I come back to this, I feel like I might be in a different mindset, and yeah, then my tag would have to be started again. Oh dear, heaven forbid that I would have to start it again. So yeah, actually thinking maybe have the number down there. Oh gosh, do I like the number down there? Yeah, I think I probably like the number down there better. So that's just, again, going to stick it on with the hot glue for that sort of raised effect. And I've put it off going over that sort of buff border as well, so it definitely brings that in to the tag. And then we'll glue the butterfly, glue the butterfly down. And again, he's overhanging that border as well, so yeah, all kind of tying in there really nicely. And then, oops, come on. Oh gosh, I've got glue seeping out everywhere now. It's because I'm kind of rushing a bit. Right, let's just put the bow down. So yeah, it's a shame that we obviously didn't get to do all of them. You know, I've got those other two that we didn't get to do, but you know, hopefully this has been quite fun and given you some ideas. So yeah, let's pull in the 3 tags, or the 4 tags, sorry, that we did do. So hopefully they're all going to look quite different, even though we've used the same, you know, masterboard for the backs of them. But we should have a different theme going on with all of them. So that's the 4 tags that we've done. Aren't they just yummy? I absolutely love them. I have to say, I'm not sure which one's my favourite. I think probably this. I'm going to stick... Oops, I've still left that butterfly over there. Stick with that one because I just really can't get enough of that green. But it is a bit of a close call now because, yeah, I really, really love them all. So, yeah, I hope that you like them. And, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Get your collage sheets out and try cutting yours from the reverse and see what you come up with. So, yeah, thank you so much. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.